What's up guys, Ryan here. Today I'm doing a video on Amazon merch, and I also realized that I took kind of a hiatus from putting a lot of Amazon merch content out there. It was not intentional. I didn't realize an entire month went by. I've been traveling a little bit, wrapping up the school semester, just been busy in general, and plus I released the Amazon FBA mini course as well as the dropship print on demand mini course, which meant that I was focusing a lot more on writing content for those two because I wanted to make sure those mini courses were pristine, were really good, really providing you a lot of value. So go ahead and check those out on my website, ryanhogue.com, or on any of my videos in those categories. They are like 50-page ebooks that are completely free. So it's good stuff. Anyways, on to Amazon merch. This is something that had been requested in the past and I never got around to making the video. But, and I've had a couple people hit me up about this, by a couple I mean quite a few lately, how do I get unbanned from Amazon merch? Now, first and foremost, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you, well, hopefully not, but you might be in that boat that you got suspended because they're very clear in their content policy about owning the rights to all of your work. And unfortunately, they're not that clear about how their keyword detection kind of works and how quick they can be to reject listings where the design is just fine, but maybe in your product description you included a trigger word that got the submission rejected and got an X put on your account. So, and I've mentioned this before, but I tend not to fill out the product descriptions or bullet points anymore. I'll just pack the title without keyword stuffing because that is now against the term service, but pack the title with relevant keywords, like the top 2 or 3 to my design, and then leave it at that. And if I think that the design might get triggered for a youth content policy, because obviously the youth content policy is stricter, I don't check the youth sizes. Now it's going to limit my sales a bit, but it's also going to help keep my account safe. It's just my personal preference. So that said, I'm going to share a story about how, number one, I got banned from merch by Amazon. This was in June 2017, so almost just about 2 years ago. And how I got unbanned. And this is 100% true. I even have the exact emails from Amazon to share with you in this article, so you pretty much know that I'm not BSing here. Anyways, first things first, how I got banned from merch by Amazon. Well, I'm a very ambitious person, and it's a lot easier to sell shirts for things that people are looking for that are oftentimes protected by trademark than it is to create your own designs, as I'm sure many of you guys know. Does that mean it's a good idea to do this? Absolutely not, especially on Amazon merch. Learn from me. I got a little too ambitious too many times, testing the waters, learning the content policy on the fly by publishing, shirts with, maybe the design was fine, but I'd put like a word, like I said, I call them trigger words, like in the title, the description, the bullets, etc. It really is, looking back, like so silly, thinking that like, oh, if I can just jam in this one extra keyword that gets me in trouble, as if that was going to lead to more sales. Like, Amazon's extremely saturated with print on demand products. Putting in one extra keyword that isn't that closely associated with your listing will get you indexed on it, but it's most likely going to rank you on like a back page, like a off page 1 page where no one will ever see you anyways. So it's like, to me, looking back, it was silly how much time and stress I would put into writing descriptions and keywords, and putting my account at risk was really the main thing, ultimately getting it suspended. Anyways, the image in front of us is my first big success on merch by Amazon, my first $1,000 month. Basically, I sold this shirt that you see Draymond Green, an NBA player, wearing in this picture. It was trending after the Warriors won one of their NBA titles a few years back, and I kind of caught fire. As soon as I saw it trending, I had the second one available on Amazon. Someone beat me to it. He was charging $25 per shirt. This was back when if you sold a shirt for $19.99, you made a $7 and I believe 19-cent royalty. So this guy was making, like, he was cleaning up. He was making probably like $13 profit a sale. I priced mine at like $24, so I was making like $11 a sale. And together we raked it in. And very soon more and more people popped up with their versions of it, and we started to split the profits. But this is also where I learned an upload strategy that I've shared elsewhere on my website and in other videos, where if you have a hot trending design that's selling well, don't just upload one. Like, upload it to all the products available and upload it multiple times. Like, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of frowned upon to spam Amazon with the same design on 20 t-shirts, but you know, maybe don't do 20, but do more than one. You know, whatever you think is right. In this case, I uploaded at least 10 different versions of this design, or pretty much the same design, to standard t-shirts. And as a result, I'm going to say they all sold, but like the majority of them, absolutely. More than half sold. And as a result, I was suppressing my competition from rising to the top, potentially passing me. Because it's easy. Like, I saw the guy, I was the second guy on Amazon with it. So the first guy sold his at 25. I sold mine at 24. I just undercut him by $1 and gave people a reason to consider buying from me. What's stopping someone from undercutting me then? And at $23, right? So by you uploading more, you can kind of suppress these people that want to undercut you and try to make a quick dollar. So it's just, you know, again, I've talked about it in the past. Don't need to talk about too much. Anyways, eventually, and this is something that happens quite often, if you've ever heard of Mark Monitor Inc., they basically protect a lot of big brands' trademarks. And they were protecting the NBA's trademark in this case. Now, so first of all, in this design, without getting too in depth, the Q that you see on Draymond's shirt is the Quicken Loans Arena Q. And I'm pretty sure it is anyways. Which is based in Cleveland, but he was trolling the Cavaliers because he beat them that year. And it says Quickie because I'm pretty sure they beat them like 5-1 or something, 5-1 games. I don't think they... Anyways. In the background, though, you see the NBA championship trophy. And even though it's blurry and it's, you know, clearly covered by the text and you can only see a little bit of it, Mark Monitor Inc. went after everybody that published this t-shirt design, and we all received a bunch of strikes against our account simultaneously. Now, after I just shared with you my upload strategy, I had over 10, probably in the range of like 10 to 15 products with this design on it because they were all selling. They were all making me money. I was going, like, I had been in Merch by Amazon for 3 or 4 months at this point, but I was finally like really tasting success where it's like this was before Pretty Merch, so I would like refresh my dashboard throughout the day and like actually see sales going up when I refreshed. It was a crazy feeling. And it was for good money. I mean, this was back when, like I said, $19.99 price point would net you over $7 royalty, you know? So it was addictive back then. It still is, but it was, you know, it's hard to forget the past before Amazon got greedy and nerfed the royalties. Anyways, so this definitely was the hammer and nail that got my account suspended. So going back to this other article, if I scroll down, you'll see right here the email that I received from Amazon Merch when my account was suspended. I don't want to read you the whole thing, but the first paragraph says, subject, Merch by Amazon, account suspension notice. We are contacting you regarding your Merch by Amazon account and the designs you've submitted through the Merch by Amazon portal. During our review process, we have found multiple designs that do not comply with our content policy and the Merch by Amazon services agreement. You've been contacted with information regarding each design rejection, meaning every time you get a design rejected or pulled, you get that email. It's automated, but it basically tells you that you did something wrong. Anyways, they say, due to repeated violations, we've suspended your account. You may log in to your account, view your reports. However, you'll not be able to upload new designs or edit existing products. This is why it's a suspension, not a permanent ban. Next steps. In order to reinstate your account, please email us using your Merch by Amazon account email address within 5 business days, acknowledging that 1, you understand the content policy, 2, future violations will result in the termination of your account. So they're essentially saying there's a chance that they'll let me back in. And then they say if you own the rights to your designs, you can go through a different channel and try to appeal this. Anyways, within 1 hour, I sent them an email where I basically sucked up to them big time. First thing I said was, I understand Merch by Amazon's content policy, and I understand that future violations will result in the termination of your account. So you can clearly see I copy-pasted that. I said, your account, not my account. Oops. That being said, I mean, do you really think a human is on the receiving end of these emails? Like, if there's one thing that we've learned from Amazon and Jeff Bezos, is that, like, you know, he's squeezing pennies. He's a penny pincher. If he can do this with an automated system, he will most likely try to get away with that rather than hire people to field these emails from people like me begging to get their account reinstated, right? So then I continue. I say, please consider reinstating my account. I spend hours and hours every day researching and designing. I believe many of the strikes against my account were for uploading my Beer Olympics shirt. So I didn't even mention the Quickie shirt because I think, worried that one would get me in the most trouble because it actually had the NBA trophy on it. And I did get a couple rejections because I had a Beer Olympics shirt, which I thought was funny. It had beer can tabs, like in the order of the Olympic rings and with the same colors. I thought it was cool. But because it had the word Olympics, and this is just me learning the hard way as I was on the Merch by Amazon come up, that even though Beer Olympics is not the same as like Olympics, they'll still reject you. So get a bunch of rejections, etc. Then I just included extra stuff, probably typed a little too much. I said I wanted to promote shirts on my website that gets, a lot of hits every month, 300,000 plus, basically trying to say, hey, I'll drive you guys traffic externally, bring you money externally. That's a pretty good incentive, and it's true. I didn't have to lie. Another time I received 3 strikes for misspelling the word shirt and spelled it shit. Raise your hand if you've done that too. I mean, everybody's done that. And while I'm on the subject, guys, everybody should go check out the free Chrome extension called Merch Security. Just Google Merch Security Chrome extension. Again, free. When you install it, it will highlight your fields in bright red if you include any trigger words, banned words, misspellings of the word shirt, you spell it shit, etc. This will help you a lot if you're manually uploading products. I no longer manually upload products. I use Merch Titans automation. But that's a separate story. Anyways, free Chrome extension that will help you prevent this mistake. And then I say, ultimately, it's up to you, but I understand this is an incredibly valuable opportunity. If you care enough to read a bit more, I'd love to share with some of my story with you. Then I go on and include another paragraph talking about how I, through word of mouth, promote Merch by Amazon to friends and family, telling them how valuable of an opportunity this is. Anyways, 6 hours later, I sent a second email. So these guys are probably tired of hearing from me. If they were human, they definitely were. Second email. Sorry for the second email. I wanted to mention that I'm currently running 13 AMS campaigns, running CPC to some of my merch shirts. So this was before Amazon Merch invited you to AMS, where you could advertise. I did it through a backdoor vendor central hack to get into Amazon marketing services early. The people that were really paying attention, I guess you could say, or on the cutting edge were doing this. And headline search ads were not even being used on Amazon that often, because a lot of brands selling FBA products didn't have 3 products to advertise in their catalog. And with print on demand, I mean, it was just us. It was just the few people that were doing it. Now everybody knows about it. So it's, prices are going up due to demand. Anyways, since being tiered up to 500, I've lost sleep to ensure that I got my daily uploads maxed. True story. I'm really just trying to illustrate how valuable my Merch by Amazon account is to me. I just completed my audit of my account and deleted all shirts that seemed like they might potentially go against the guidance provided in the terms of service. I also consulted some Facebook groups for their advice. I'll play it safe in the future, etc. I'm sincerely sorry. Blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. So the outcome of me sending these 2 emails was I did not hear back from them within 30 days. So I went a whole month, never heard back. The nice thing, though, if you're wondering, is that I was still collecting royalties on my sales. I just couldn't upload new products. But I was still getting paid at least, which is cool. Anyways, before I gave up hope, I remembered that back when I first got into Merch by Amazon, the first time I applied, I think was October 2016. And I didn't even know what it was. I just saw a thread on Reddit of somebody talking about making a lot of money and what a great opportunity it was. So I Googled it, looked it up, applied, didn't think twice about it, never heard back, never got rejected, but never heard back. So I have no clue what happened. Eventually it popped up again, probably on Reddit. People talking about what a great opportunity it was, how much money they're making, and, I'm the type of person, unlike my friends and family that hear me talking about how much money I'm making, I'm the type of person, if I hear people telling me what a great opportunity is out there, and a lot of times these are time sensitive. The more people that know about it, the harder it is to make money. I mean, to succeed, it's just the nature. Unless the demand scales with the supply, you know, and the supply is growing with every new person that's approved into Merch by Amazon. Anyways, I reapplied. 2 weeks later, I got into Amazon Merch. So I had applied twice to get in. So I thought to myself, why not request to get my account reinstated twice? If it worked getting in, why not now? So after 30 days went by, I sent them another email. Here's my final email. This is the one that got me unbanned. So if you've been watching this video, I apologize if it's a little long-winded. I love to chat, and I haven't put out merch content in a while, so I'm trying to like give you guys some extra content here and some context. But this is verbatim. Like, I went into my inbox, I scrolled all the way back because the search function wasn't working because it was from 2 years ago. I had to like manually scroll through my emails from 2 years ago, and I found the email. It says, I understand Merch by Amazon's content policy and that future violations will result in the termination of my account. So essentially all I did was I went back up to their email where they tell me what to say. They say, in order to reinstate your account, email us, say 1, you understand Merch by Amazon's content policy. 2, any future violations will result in the termination of your account. So literally, what do I say in this email? I say, I understand Merch by Amazon's content policy and that future violations will result in the termination of my account. Boom. Send. That's it. That's all I said. And after, you know, begging basically and sending multiple emails before, this time I just complied, and literally the next day, 24 hours later, I received this email. We have reinstated your account. Please be aware of any future violations will result in the termination of your account and potentially the forfeiture of royalties. Additional questions, please do not reply to this message. Replies to this account are routed to an unmonitored mailbox. If you have additional questions, please refer to Merch by Amazon resources at, and then they insert a link that's not even clickable in the email. It's weird. All the emails that came from them were like plain text. A little odd. Anyways, the real takeaway is your merch account is valuable. If you think you're risking anything by uploading a design that might be, like I like to say, towing the line between what's acceptable and what's not, don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, I know it sucks to spend time creating designs only then to have a second thought about if it should be uploaded, but you know, I have published other content too on my website, ryanhogue.com, and on my YouTube channel about what I call like the safe upload strategy, which is great, especially with Amazon's new beta uploader, the multi-product uploader. Because if you upload a design that gets rejected, you're going to get a lot more strikes than if you just go through the single manual upload and make sure it hits processing so it passes the automated review. If it goes to manual review, I really don't think it's a good idea to spam Amazon with manual reviews, because it's probably not in their best interest for you to be wasting their time with your designs. Although, I guess it's worth mentioning that my best-selling Amazon merch shirt that sold $700 of profit for me in one day, which I've also published a story in my YouTube channel, that was a manual review shirt. And that one really paid off and was worth their time. But that's a separate story. Just don't risk it, guys. Your account's valuable. Learn from my mistake. Like, I was banned from Merch by Amazon for around 35 days, and I almost didn't get back in. So I would have been missing out on a lot of money. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, if I didn't do a good job explaining this, I apologize, but please hit me up in the comments below or check out my private Facebook group. The link is also in the description. I'm there to field your questions all day. It's a great community. We're helping each other make money through Amazon FBA, Amazon merch, and general print on demand. If you like this video, hit that like button and please consider subscribing. I'm going to keep dropping the fire regularly. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you at the next one.